October 26th, 9:45 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Were you able to sleep last night? Huh? Oh, sleep. Sure I slept. For a grand total of 0 hours. Oh, hey there. What are you doing here? Guten Morgen, you two. You look like you're ready to put on a real show. Before you do, I have a good luck gift for you. The voice print analysis came back, and the results couldn't be more clear. The voice on the mock trial video and the tape recording are one and the same. In other words, the recording's a fabrication. Well, that's good to know. The lab is continuing their study of the tape. So far, they found signs of overdubbing. But it's gonna take a bit longer to recover the audio that was erased. What was that? Who's there? Wait! Do you see who it was? No, I had a quick look, but they got away. I think it might have been Hugh. Bet he was eavesdropping. I wonder if he saw our hand. Well, I'm sure he wasn't the only one just now. I bet Robin and Boxgirl were listening in too. I'll make sure they don't run for it. That's my final gift to you. Okay, all I've left to reach out to the truth. Time for mini chords to seal work out. I'm a Paul Justice and I'm fine! Your turn. I'm a Theta Sykes and I'm fine! Alright, teamwork. Team power. Whatever. Rocket power. October 26th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Day 2, court is now in session, all rise. Court are now reconvened for the trial of Juniper Woods. The Sykes Brigade is totally psyched. The defendant is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution's ready as well. Isn't that right, Buster Blackwell? Yep. Yes, well, moving right along. Yesterday's adjournment was unsuspected yet necessary. But I'm running a tight ship here today for no fun business for anybody, understood? Your baldness. Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor recanted their confessions. Later, I shall grill them at leisure to find out whether I can charge them with perjury. Well, this sure complicates matters. Still will not be overlooked the facts. Now but the school camera photo was submitted yesterday. A pity, but that event is no longer relevant to this case. The room clock runs fast. There cannot be function's accurate measure of time. As for the bungling detective who overlooked that, he is paying us for his failure as we speak. Poor Detective Fulbright. I hope he returns to work with all his body parts intact. But if that's the case, then what will we... Hugh is the sole person who could have moved the body from the art room to the stage. I mean to prove it here today, in this day. Just like the Fulbright said. What does he have up his sleeve? Understanding this horrendous crime is thus. The murder took place near the center of the art room, as evidenced by the bloodstain. Blood was also found in some pottery next to the window over the maintenance area. That is to say, the body was carried over to that very window. From there, it was dropped down to the maintenance area below. And though there was nary a scratch from the body aside from the fatal wound, that, too, was per the script. A high jump mat was employed to cushion the fall. Then a ball cart was used to haul the body over to the stage. That's not very clever. It's the same exact body moving scene as the script. Anyone can move the body that way.
Objection!
Your propensity to spew forth words for you think is not clever either. Why you? Furthermore, the prosecutor is a witness, which is most unfortunate for you. Witness, it's time for you to come forth. Is it? It is. Hello. Heh. Alright then, will this witness please state his name and occupation? Hugh O'Connor, I'm a senior at Themis Legal Academy, and I'm studying to be a lawyer. Yesterday I told that lawyer there that I would testify to the truth. I intend to cooperate fully in today's trial. Happy now, Miss Sykes? What's he up to now? Court appreciates your cooperation, Mr. O'Connor. No, your testimony, please. Alright, what you got for us, Hugh? You, very suspicious man. Also eavesdropper. Anyway. What O'Connor saw. The next one was packed for the mock trial. The rest of the campus was empty. That's when I saw Juniper dragging a large mat behind the stage. I was watching her from a vantage point between the stage and the maintenance area. She was heading towards me, so I assumed she was on her way to the maintenance area. But I didn't have time to stand around and see what she did after that. Ugh. The truth hurts so much, doesn't it, Miss Sykes? Or maybe you thought I was gonna bring up something else entirely against your client. Never has Snuffy come back when I need one. He's coming straight at us today, using any means possible. Took the students who had to climb up high when setting up the stage. That was brought over to the stage from the storehouse. Our client is a student council president. What's wrong with her taking it upon herself to put away the mat after they used it?
Objection!
Oh, there's plenty wrong. There's one mat in the entire school that cushioned a fall from the lofty heights. Ergo, the mat in question was indispensable to moving the body. It sucks being not less to know everything. I think I get it now. The drag mats we saw behind the stage were made by the mat. The only mat in that thickness was where the body was assumed to have been dropped. It would be hard to deny a possible link to this case. We're off to a bad start again. You sure you're okay, Athena? It's game on, Hugh. Game on. Turn your ignorant perfect score grin into a teary-eyed frown of failure. Okay. So, dragging a mat, huh? My client was simply putting the mat away. It had nothing to do with this case.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong. There's but one mat in the entire school that could cushion the three-story fall. Hence, the mat dragged by the accused was essential to moving the body. Win this one, I promise to donate another thick mat to the academy. Now show me what? Now show me how to show you the truth. You have my full cooperation. That was a complicated sentence for no reason. You were watching... okay. Mr. O'Connor, you're positive you're saying exactly what you said. Between the stage and the maintenance area, and Sue's behind the backdrop. He's sticking to his guns. This here is where he was standing when he says he saw Junie. Nothing I say won't mean anything without evidence. Time to dig a little deeper. Before you ask, have my glasses on. Therefore, I'm positive as Juniper. That's not an issue. You know, there was that safety thing over there, which was still set up, I believe, day of? I think it was still set up day of. So, how did you see through that, my guy?
Objection!
So, you saw the back of the stage from between the stage and the maintenance area. Well, let's take a look at this photo taken by Miss Scuttlebutt, shall we? This photo shows the students setting up the stage the day before the mock trial. Do you see the big construction screen to the right of the stage in the background here? Why, yes, I mean, there are a bunch of those next to my house until a few days ago, too. It was so noisy behind there, but I couldn't take a peek. Oh, how it piqued my interest. Exactly, Your Honor. You cannot see past such screens. That is their purpose. Let's see. How exactly is that screen positioned again? Aha! Since it was to the right of the stage, it should be right here. From this vantage point, the witness claims to have seen our client behind the stage backdrop. Oh my, but the screen would have been completely in the way. That's right. Therefore, witness couldn't have possibly seen our client from this point. Ouch. Order! Order! Mr. O'Connor, have you been lying to this court? The screen... Right. It must have slipped my mind. What? Are you telling me you, Mr. Genius, forgot something as literally as big as that? There are two kinds of memory lapses. The normal kind you mouth breathers have. And the genius level lapses of memory that people like me have. Why don't you just admit that it was a normal everyday brain fart already? Please now restate what he remembers minus the lapses of memory. That's easy. I was on the other side of the screen. In other words, I witnessed Juniper from the stage side of the screen.
Objection!
You're testifying that our client was behind the stage. But I need to remind this court, the back of the stage is not visible from the front. Actually, I see our client behind the stage from the stage side of the screen. The witness himself would also have been in the same area behind the stage. But in this case, our client would have definitely seen Mr. O'Connor. Ouch! Nice one, Athena. Keep it up.
Objection!
Oh, maybe you spoke too soon. Alright, golden boy. Is this not your chance? Telling the truth would be like a weight lifted from your chest. Truth? What truth? The fact that golden boy here is where he initially stated. That is to say, he was between the maintenance area and the stage.
Objection!
But then the sea when a blocked his view of...
Objection!
On the ground, yes, his view would have been blocked indeed. Consider how smoke always wants to rise up high. Athena, look at the photo again. Do you think... something on the other side of the screen? Something high enough to see the stage? No way, this crane right here? But I remember seeing a crane there the day of the mock trial. Me either, but it's probably safe to assume it was moved before you found the body. That's far enough, Buster Blackcoat. Remember, you promised. I recall making no such promise. It was you who came blubbering to me about keeping quiet in exchange for information. What's all this about a promise? Is this about whatever Blackcoat is using against him? What's that got to do with going to the crane? Well, the boy did not go up in that crane for fun. He was working part-time as a crane operator within school grounds. What? You didn't tell me a high school student was operating a crane? The witness, I mean, object to the prosecutor's last statement. There's no point I ever operated that crane.
Hold it!
Actually, there might just be something that proves you did. What? This whole part-time job thing is true. I doubt it would be limited to a single day. You're probably working at the same site the previous day, too. Is this what you're thinking of, Athena? Oh. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Yep, as the court can see, this photo captured the crane's operator. And if you look carefully, he bears a definite resemblance to Mr. O'Connor. Are you serious? This is ridiculous. How very interesting. Let's discern whether this is as ridiculous as the witness maintains. Defense agrees with the prosecution. Let's bring the facts to light. That's all very well and good, but how do you all propose to do that? The person in this photo is one really distinguishing feature. Not 100% sure, but it's at least worth a try. We can clearly identify the person in this photo by... we can clearly identify the person in this photo as the witness by examining... his neck? The figure in this photo is bringing a very unique object around his neck. Oh yes, I can see it right there. But then are you saying you mean to... Mr. O'Connor's neck was entirely concealed by his tall collar. That's exactly why I believe this warrants further examination. No, not a chance. That'd be a blatant violation of my privacy. You're a disgrace of a man. Now start unbuttoning that collar before I hack it off. Yeah, what's the big deal? Let's see your neck. Guess I have no choice. Oh my. So where did you buy that neckband, if I might ask? I didn't buy it. It's handmade, and there's only one like it in the world. Well, it sure looks like the neckband in the photo. Should we have the photo analyzed? You're one irritating lady. Fine, I admit it. I work at a part-time construction job. It has nothing to do with our school. Operating heavy equipment's no big deal for a guy who can parallel park one-handed. But I never expected one of my jobs would take me to my own school. When you factor in all of the required tests and apprenticeship period, wouldn't you have to be at least 20 to have a license for operating a crane? Oh, about that. You see, I'm a genius, so, you know...
Objection!
Let's just switch with this inane charade, Golden Boy. No, Prosecutor Blackfoot, please don't! High school seniors are 19 at most, thus they fail to complete the requirements. That does not apply to you. Does it, Mr. O'Connor? Why doesn't it apply? He's a senior, so he's around that age, right? No, don't, please! Actually, Golden Boy here is 25. He took a 7-year break from school. Wait, come again? Take a gander at the official school and enrollment documentation. 'Tis all right there. Ah! Ouch! 25? You mean he's older than me? Not 25-year-old high school student. A 7-year break, 7 years. I have just one thing to say. There are two kinds of 7-year breaks. The ordinary kind you mouth breathers take, and the genius kind people like me take.
Objection!
And a genius would come to become a chore. Would come to become a chore for a 7-year break. I think you have that backwards, Athena. Even geniuses make mistakes. I just happened to make mine only 7 years in a row. Only Hugh could get away with using only like that. Enough of this jibber-jabber. Suffice to say, the witness was up in the crane when he saw the accused dragging the mat. The accused readied all she needed to move the body. The accused readied all she needed to move the body immediately prior to doing so. Now much is clear. I see no need to deliberate the matter further. Considering the body was moved in the same manner as the script. Even the prosecutor Blackwell's claimed to be very persuasive. The defense here to dissuade me. As long as a mat was used to move the body, Jane's gonna be under suspicion. Athena, I just thought of something. What was Hugh doing in the crane for the mock trial? He couldn't have been on the job at the time. I mean, he was waiting for the trial to start. Yeah, why was he in the crane? Wait, you don't think... Your Honor. Or whatever. Yes, Miss Sykes. I've got it. I got an amazing idea that'll turn the prosecution's claim on its head. A little conjecture has never stopped us before. Interesting. Mr. O'Connor, you're using the crane to... Huh. Move the screen, move yourself, and move the body. I mean, move the body sounds like the good answer, but... Move the screen, too, I mean, sure. But it was just like he was in the script, so it must have been moved like in the script too. At least that's what the prosecution believes. How simplistic, even foolish. Those are pretty strong words, Athena. Are you sure about this? Witness is a lightning crane operator, so we could have used it to move the body.
Objection!
Well, Golden Boy, here to chime in. Then to say no more on the matter. See if this does not bode well for you. Wait, he's on my side this time? Or is this another trap? Watch this. I can use a bow and arrow one-handed. Yeah? Wow, that's a crazy level of dexterity. But you can drive a crane with one hand. That's easy. But operating the crane itself is so complex, it requires both hands. Now, I would have the court look at this. What is that? Oh. You hurt your hand, huh? Oh, please tell me that's a ketchup stain. You wish. Mine was injured and required surgery. That's the reason I kept my hand in my pocket all this time. Freddy verified this with the hospital treatment. Quite a nasty wound, they say. So, how did you hurt it? We don't need to discuss that. It has no relevance to this case. Two hands are required to operate such complex machinery such as a crane. Ergo, on the day of the mock trial, the witness was incapable of moving the body by crane. Now I'm the fool! Been moving the crane the night before the mock trial, but then I got injured. I'm gonna keep my part-time job as a secret. I do it just for the mock trial instead. Anyway, I thought this was the big break I've been waiting for. Now the defense sophistry is laid bare, and I just have to call the court recall my claim. The body was dropped out of a third-floor window to a mat near this maintenance area. Then a ball cart was used to move it to the stage. So you've been paying attention. Well done, your boldness. Now consider this. The goods was sighted dragging the mat. Ergo, it was she who moved the body. Well, I think you're on the right track, Athena. Oops. You do. Yeah, Juniper remains the princess if we assume the body was moved per script. So the defense, you have to figure out how else the body could have been moved. But... oh, is he telling me to think of another way besides the crane? Miss Sykes, if you have a counter-argument, the court would love to hear it. And if you do not, it's time for the verdict. Isn't that right, isn't that correct, your boldness?
Objection!
No, not yet. All I have to do is show that the body wasn't moved like it was in the script, right? Oh, that would show the matter had nothing to do with this case. There's a sort of good renown that cuts down Suffolk lawyers. Its name is evidence. You don't scare me. Force a smile, Athena. You can do it. What's wrong with your face, Athena? It's like a weird mix of terror and creepy grin. Just focus on how the body could have been moved without it being dropped. How could anyone lower it without just dropping it? It's not like it could fly. Or maybe it could. After all, there's a way to sit between the art room and the stage. Someone could have easily used that thing. Oh yes, of course. Miss Sykes, the court would like to see what you have for us. All I have to do is show the tiniest shred of possibility. The vat and the ball cart weren't used to move the body. This is what was used. I mean, there's blood on this, so,
Take that!
the key here is the thing that ties the art room and the stage together. I propose an idea. I might be able to tie your lips together, lest you further expose your ignorance. This isn't exactly the time for black comedy, Prosecutor Blackquill. Anyway, the court will recall the wire in which the school banner was hung. That wire was strung between the art room and the stage, which allowed students to run or reel in the school banner from the art room. The body could have easily been lowered to the stage via this wire.
Objection!
Spare your armchair theories, it wasn't some kind of high wire act. But he surely would have fallen. Yet there is no signs of force trauma.
Objection!
Oh, you surprised me, Prosecutor Blackquill. You didn't actually think I failed to account for that. I should have exactly what he thought. We investigated the stage yesterday. The bottom part of the school banner is tied into a pouch-like shape. And pouches are useful for carrying things. What do you think this one could have carried? Well, go on, please explain. Body was bundled into the pouch section of the banner and set down the wire. Body would have been down on the stage in a flash. There would have been no need for a mat. I've heard the phrase carrying the banner, but the banner doing the carrying.
Objection!
I know patience for you and your cheap parlor tricks. You're kind of as shaky as a corpse performing that absurd high wire act. You have an actual objection, just come right and say it. Just to recall the bloodstains left in the art room pottery. The wire had been used to move the body. It had to be via the window above the quad, the one with the winch. However, the bloodstained pottery was next to the window above the maintenance area. Ergo, the wire in the banner had not all to do with this case. Oh, the bloodstained pottery. I remember that. Oof. Well, that's a good counterpoint. But we'll get back to it next time, so until then.